Hi, I'm looking at the integrated space weather analysis. The sun, there's this object down here, and then lots of action going on over here. So I'm just going to look at the differences of how the sun reacts when it's just activated or agitated in what NASA calls an active region, and when there's something next to the planet or the sun. See the difference in the looks of everything. This one looks like there's a ball there. And then the active region just has these loops going out, but they're not going to anything. See, they just sort of loop back. Don't see anything out near the sun. So that's an active region. Like here, got all these loops. But you don't see any tornadoes going out to an object. It's just a bunch of activity. And these objects next to the sun, you get this color purple going out to it. So that's just a lot different than an active region. And I observe an object. Here's 211 angstrom. Dark spots in the coronal holes. Look at that, the whole sun's turning dark. Here's the detective coronal holes, and that one starting the North Pole and almost went to the equator there. And big ones in the center of the sun. Playing everything at 10 frames per second just to go through it. There's that one. Equator's there, so it goes pretty far down. Solar winds. You used to see days of this at a time, but now it's only down to a few hours or a day. Look at that collapsing magnetopause. But the satellites aren't, well, there was a big jump. Oh yeah, that was from back here to here, okay. The satellites aren't jumping back and forth as they were doing for a long time. And now here's LASCO C2, 1700 hours. Look at the sun, look at the energy coming out here and here, and then you go, nope, they cut out 4 hours and everything turns dark in here. So I don't know what happened in that 4 hours, but once again, NASA's taking out information because they're a scummy organization, or whoever's in charge of this particular, it's got to be NASA, NSA, whoever. Okay, Earth Null School, North Pole. It's not freezing right here, but it is here. So that's North Pole still frozen. That's good. Africa's still 110. India is. And we got -71. There's Hawaii. Earth volcanoes going off there. This is the higher reading than before. It seems to be going up. If you click here, you can go back. Really can't go forward a day. They can estimate, I guess, but pretty hard with volcano. So you just go back a day, back a day. You can see the it's going down. So it seems to be getting more active to me from my piddly observations. And here's more activity in the ocean. So something's bubbling underneath. Again, the Galapagos, something's happening down there. And this, I was just looking at the temperatures at altitude. So here's a 250, which is roughly airplane altitude, 34,000 feet or so. So South Pole, minus 51. Oh, that was the North Pole. North Pole, minus 51. Equator, minus 41. That makes sense. And then South Pole 70, so it's colder. And that makes sense since the northern hemisphere is going into summer. Then you can go up as high as, I'm not sure what this altitude is, but it's interesting to look at. Look at that. All the wind goes in one way. That's where there used to be two jet streams. Anyway, but then you go up to the North Pole, and you can see the wind is much less defined and the directions are different, and it's just not like the southern hemisphere. So airspeed. That's a pretty messed up system there. Used to be two big jet streams that went around the northern hemisphere and two around the south. And you'd be pretty hard pressed to find two constant ones. Okay.